So today we're talking about linear regression. Linear regression is just a fancy way of saying finding the line of best fit for a given set of data. So let's take a look at our scenario here. We've planted a flower in the garden. The table gives the height of the plant each day in inches. They're asking us to find the linear regression line to fit this set of data. So the first thing we want to do is we want to enter this data into our calculator. Again, when we enter data, we hit Stat, Enter, and then we type in our values. So once our values are typed in, then we can take a peek at the graph of this information. I want to make sure that this is actually going to be a linear scenario, so it helps to make a scatter plot first. So I'm going to go to Window, and I know my x values go from 0 to 5, so I'm going to go a little less than 0, just so I can see that y-axis. I'm going to say -1, and I'll go a little higher than 5. I'll go to 6. Counting by ones looks good. And my y values go from 2 to 3, so I'm going to go 1.5, a little smaller than 2, to 3.5, which is a little higher than 3. And I'll count by 0.5s. Now I need to make the scatter plot. So second y equals. I'm going to hit Enter to turn that plot on. And we've already got our scatter plot selected. My x list is list 1 and my y list is list 2, and that's exactly what I want. So from here I can just hit the graph key. By looking at these data points, I can see that they're fairly linear. You can look at these and think it would be pretty well modeled by a line, so by a straight line. So we're going to second mode to quit. To find the line of best fit, we are going to hit the Stat key. We're going to go over to Calc, and we're going to go down to number 8. Now you can toggle down to number 8 and hit Enter, or you can just hit the number 8. On your screen, it will just come up as linreg a plus bx, and then you'll need to do second 1 for L1, and then comma, second 2 for L2. For this TI-84 edition, they give me X list and Y list here. So again, my X list is list 1, and my Y list is list 2. You don't need to worry about the frequency list. So we're just going to go right down to Calculate and hit Enter. So these are the values I'm going to get for my slope and my Y-intercept. They give me the general form here, y equals a plus bx. So a is my y-intercept, and b is my slope. My slope will always be the coefficient of x. The first thing I want to do is then just simplify my slope and my y-intercept. I want to round them to whatever I need to round them to. So 2 decimal places is generally a good rule of thumb unless they ask you for something else. So we'll round to the nearest hundredths. So for the y-intercept, a, I would round that to 1.94, and my slope would round to 0.21. From here, I'm going to put it all together. Plug in or substitute my a, so it's going to be y equals 1.94 plus, because my slope is positive, 0.21x. So I've substituted my 0.21 for the b value. And that's it. And now you found your equation of the line. Now, if I want to check to make sure that's correct, that I didn't put anything in that was crazy, I can go to y equals and plug that in. 1.94 plus 0.21x. I'm going to hit Graph, and I can see that this is a really good fit for my data points.